Alright everybody, I wanted to take some time to go over the measurement practice pages so that there's no confusion, and probably teach you a little bit about measurement as well. So, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, I figured out how to zoom in. There's a button I have to push, so that helps. Anyway, for the first question on measurement practice, we didn't do any kind of measurement activity, so that's not something we need to worry about. Take that out. Now, if you're going to find the volume of a cube, let's put it in highlight. Stereometric volume of the cube below. One thing you have to remember is that the volume of a cube, and V always equals volume, equals the length times the width times the height. Since the length is equal to the width is equal to the height, it's the length cubed, or the third power. So once we find out how long one side is, we can figure out every other side. So let's zoom in a little bit on this cube. And it looks like cube is about 1 centimeter. So you have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter. The only reason I know this is in centimeters is because it says so right there. And then after that, you'd have a decimal point, and then with each division, the nice thing about metric system is that it's in base 10. That means it is in units of 10, so you can use decimals a lot easier than you could with like feet. So it's 0.1, 0.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So you'd say that it is 1.4 centimeters. So to find the volume, that will equal 1.4 centimeters cubed. And I can't do that math in my head. Well, maybe because I can't, but mostly because I don't want to. So I can go ahead and plug it in like this, or do it cubed, and I get 2.744 centimeters cubed. And I'm going to round that off to 2.74 centimeters cubed, and that's going to give me my answer. Let's see, where is that? There it is. Radical. So, if we take a look at these graduated cylinders, our goal is to find out what each of the graduations, or the unmarked lines, represent, how many milliliters they represent. So, I'll show you how to do the first one and leave the other two to you guys. Each marked line represents 1 milliliter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and simple. Each division, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's one more fifth space. So we said there's 5 divisions to get to the next marked line. So what we do is take the number it increases by, so 1 milliliter and divide it by the number of divisions in between. So 1 divided by 5 would be 0.2 milliliters. So that's what each one would be. Let's say I made up another graduated cylinder. So I'll make it go. Go up. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then you have 10 divisions in between. So you would take 10, because each step up is 10 milliliters. Divided by 10, and that will give you 1 milliliter. You just mess that up and let me try again. There we go. So it equals 1 milliliter. And you guys can definitely give that a shot. On the other two, if you have any questions, you can let me know. So which one would give you the most accurate measurement for something around 2 milliliters? Which one would give you the closest measurement given the size of that object? You might want to Google this one, something you can do. These ones are all measurements. You're going to need to figure out what the graduations mean for number 6. This is another Google one at number 7. This should be interesting. Count the divisions and remember that with inches, instead of using decimals, it uses fractions. For the units of measurement activity, it's going to be challenging to do if you do not have a metric ruler. You could always try to print one out. That's something that might be possible. You'll have to look into it. That said, there are apps on your phones, but then again, those are only so effective. You could always find something that you know how large it is and use that. But a typical foot-long ruler, convert it into the metric system, you can use that. When you make these measurements and put onto this table, what I'd recommend you do is find someone else who is doing this activity, or use someone in your household, and put their measurements on as well. Then the next set of pages are another POGIL, or a process-oriented guided inquiry learning activity, where it's a process. You take it one step at a time. Don't push ahead, and if you have a question, you get stuck. Ask before you skip it. Don't move on until you're sure you understand what's going on. Alright, so let's see. Meters measure length. Liters measure volume, or how much space something takes up. And grams measure how much mass or matter is in something. And a kitchen scale is not an uncommon thing to have at home. Well, then again, I didn't see one until my wife bought one, so who knows, maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you're at tech for baking, you've probably definitely seen one. So, yeah. Those are the units. If you have any questions, please let me know. And yeah, I'll let you get to it. Be good and do good. Do good and be good. And best of luck.